What are your thoughts with any comments you have with what happened with OJ Simpson just a couple days ago, him passing?
Well, to be honest with you, I was a little bit surprised because I really didn't know that he was that sick. Nothing with OJ Simpson comes as a surprise since he was arrested and charged. I think that verdict was a surprise. And since then, OJ's been in and out of the news, much of it not good. So I guess this is the ultimate penalty he faced.
Ben, when it was happening, when all of us were glued to the screen watching the whole thing, I was watching the other day the amount of statistics that they're saying. They're saying the first time when he was in the Bronco and the police were chasing him was record-breaking day for Domino's Pizza because everybody in America was staying home ordering pizza and wondering when they're going to capture the guy. Or the final day when, everybody was glued to the screen to see if the verdict was going to be guilty or not guilty, American businesses lost $500 million because nobody was going out there staying home. So many interesting stats that comes about with OJ. Were you one that right off the bat following the case, did you say this guy's guilty, he didn't take his arthritis medication and that's the reason why his hand didn't fit? How did you process the verdict at the end once the decision was made not guilty?
Well, I was kind of stunned. As a criminal defense lawyer, I wasn't glued to the screen. I watched it from time to time. I think the prosecution in that case was at fault for him not being convicted. He was brilliantly represented by, among others, Johnny Cochran. He and I became close friends and colleagues following that trial. But at the end of the day, I think they overtried the case because I think they were trying to teach DNA to a jury of lay people. And you don't need to do that in that case. And the other fact that I think caused his acquittal was when Detective Furman had to acknowledge that he used the N-word numerous times. And when he took the Fifth Amendment, I thought, case was over.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are probably in the same place. I've seen a lot of the different interviews being done with them. And one of the recent interviews, it was funny, was done by a guy. They run a very successful podcast, Nelk Boys, Full Send. They asked him the question, do you ever go to sleep wondering if they're ever going to catch the killer? And I don't know if you've seen this interview or not. He says, I don't really want to talk about it. I don't really want to talk about it. There was a lot of people that were surprised that he was not guilty. Some of the people were happy that he was not guilty, and then years later they flipped. But obviously it was something that a lot of us followed for many years to come.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.